Open it fully. Of course. Let them move this side. Now it's better. So, as a guru, you must conclude that they are still lingering with their inheritance. But the second problem is much worse. Because human beings can think. Of course, animals also think, but it is always conditioning. Whatever conditioning they have, accordingly they behave. But they don't have ego, that kind, as human beings have developed. So the gurus develop also a very bad ego. The first ego is, other gurus I have seen, they told me, that we have done so much, we have worked so hard to achieve this state, and why should we give realizations to others? Or if they have got realization, then what have they done? Why should they get realization? It's become a comparison between their own state and how they have achieved it and how others have to achieve it. So they make all kinds of different torturing, troubling maneuvers. For example, they may make the disciple stand on his head, give his family up, do this, do that. They'll beat, they can beat also. They will make him stay in the water for a long time, making stand on 1 feet. Like this they punish. And the worst come to worst, they may beat with sticks or with stones. They're like that. They don't want to talk. They don't want to understand what another person has to say, or the ones who are seekers, how they should be treated. All this anger and all these things might have been all right before, but after the advent of Sahaja Yoga, you must know it is not necessary. It is not at all necessary to give any physical punishment to your disciples. Now, also the mental punishment to your disciples should not be given. Like, people start saying all kinds of things to their disciple. Like saying, say there's a leader, and the leader finds something wrong with the disciple, then he goes on saying, now you are like this, your father was like this, your grandfather was like this, your great-grandfather was like this, and you are also like this. Or some sort of thing that will hurt him. By hurting a person, you are not going to help. Supposing while walking you are hurt, you can't walk. In your spiritual ascent also, If you are hurt, you cannot go ahead. So not to hurt people is very important. Once you go on hurting others, then you are not a good guru. You are not the one who is really being kind and understanding of the disciple. In Sahaja Yoga, it's a different thing altogether. Because you all have achieved Sahaja Yoga without doing any kind of penance, any kind of guilty consciousness, confessions, anything. Nothing. As you are, you got your realization. Nobody had to stand on their heads, give up their husbands, wives, their families, this thing, nothing of the kind. As you are, whatever dress you are wearing, whatever conditions you are given realization. It's a fact. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to exert yourself, don't have to do anything. Just you get it sitting down wherever you are. After that, this kind of a happening should prove to you that you have a power of love, of compassion. Out of your love you have given realization. We never realize that. Supposing we are anxious to give realization to people, we want to go to the villages, work there and give them realization. Why? Why do we do it? It is not for any fame, not for any reward or anything, but just out of the love that is in your heart, that you feel, why am I enjoying everything, why others are not enjoying? And so you go out of the way to help people, to get their realization. Now you have become a greater human being and you feel concerned. Others are getting ruined, they are going on a wrong path, they are doing wrong things. And that makes you feel very, very upset and you want to help them. And this understanding once you have, then you will know how to deal with the person with whom you have to behave like a guru. Mostly it is not necessary to say anything harsh to that person. At the most you can tell the mistakes that they are committing. But that too in such a soft manner that a person doesn't get any shock out of that. All these thing of attachments also. Now somebody has too much attachment, say for the family, for the wife, for the husband, children or something. And once they come to Sahaja, still they have same amount of attachment. All right, doesn't matter. But how far they will go with that attachment, how long it will continue is the point. You should be detached. If I say you cannot be, it's a state. It's a state of mind when you are detached. But when it comes to doing something for them, you will go all out to help them. But you are not an attached person. Now, what is the description of an attached person? Attached person is always worried about the other person. Goes on thinking about the other person. Cannot think of Sahaja Yoga. Only think of the people with whom he is attached. Then he is very sensitive. You can't say anything to his brother, sister or anyone, otherwise he jumps. Attachment is also with the name that he has. Supposing he has achieved a certain name, supposing, or some big position, then what does he do? You can't challenge him anyway. You cannot by any words you can challenge him. Because he's so identified with that. He thinks he's a big person who has achieved such a lot of positions in life. Is so much attached that he wants the guru to pay respect to that attachment. Now, which is the way you can solve that problem? Supposing somebody is very much attached to his wife, say for example, then you should not discuss and argue with that person, not at all. Because he's still coming up slowly up to this stage. Such a person is not absolutely a perfect Sahaja-yogi. So what do you have to do? If he's attached to his wife, let it be. But the divine will work it out. And he will realize that what he has been thinking, doing, and taking decisions is all wrong. And once he discovered it himself, then he will get detached. But if you go on telling him anything and try to argue it out, it will never work out. So you must understand that as human beings, whatever we were, also as Sahaja-yogis, we have problems. And these should be slowly should be dissolved. Not by argument, not by saying things, but by love and compassion. If you have love for a person, you will be amazed, 99% people value love. This is the third quality of human beings, I should say. First is his inheritance, second is he thinks, and thirdly that he values love. Anybody who loves, the another person values that love. Because he thinks that this particular person is loving me, not my wealth, not my beauty, not my this thing, but he's loving me. And this idea of love, this is something that will get him completely detached from that person easily. How? It looks very funny that if you like somebody, if you love somebody, and then you should get detached. It's only possible in Sahaja Yoga. In Sahaja Yoga, your state of mind is such that you are absolutely detached and absolutely attached. Now, for example, now, say I have my daughter. So, I am detached. I never telephone